Hello, friends. Welcome to your November reading for Leo, fellow fire sign. And you are popping already. We got Three of Swords in the reverse, paired with the Star. And then the Queen of Cups just came out with the Magician. Okay, Leo. These are some beautiful cards. It's really speaking to the good sides of you and how much you're embodying that right now. So I know, a lot of times in like zodiac memes and stuff like that, Leos are seen as kind of prideful, vain, very much focused on appearances and things like that. But this energy is the best sides of you. And it feels like you're going through some kind of renewal where you're really able to strip out a lot of things, like those things and jokes that I just talked about. You're able to kind of strip away from those and leave them in the past. So as I was speaking about that, about being vain and focused on appearances and all of that, it feels like that might have been the past you, the younger you. And it doesn't have to be like really far away past. It could be that you've been going through this transformation over the last week or so, and that 2 weeks ago you feels so distant. Some changes in our lives do really come that quickly. But as much as it feels quick, we know that it's also usually a building up of things. So, we have these different layers of growth and different layers of things that happen in our lives. And it just, each one tweaks us ever so slightly. And then we step into this new version of ourselves. And it does feel like an abrupt change. But again, it's been building up. So let's dive into the cards. The Three of Swords with the Star. The Three of Swords can talk about, especially in the reverse, releasing pain. And to me, it's painful situations. It's painful ways of being. We can keep ourselves stuck in a lot of ways, sometimes with just our habits and our presets of how, how our perception runs through things and our behaviors in consequence of that. So definitely a releasing of that painful old self is what I'm hearing. And the Star with it is that hope and the renewal that comes with that letting go. Stepping into this new person that you are, you're not a new person. You are experiencing growth and stepping into a new chapter for sure, but you're still you. So I want you to give yourself credit for the fact that this person that you are finally able to be right now has always been inside of you. And you have been working really hard to make that person come into reality. And now you're seeing it. So congratulations to you, but also really good job. Another element of the Star here is I wanted to say renewal again. We kind of already talked about renewal. It can have a spiritual element though, where maybe within this space that you're in, you're able to, I'm hearing, connect again with your spirituality. So whether that be a religious belief or community or just your own rituals and, daily habits within that spiritual realm. you're in a place now where not only are you able to do these things, but you're also open to it. In your past energy, I feel like you kind of were always just like, oh yeah, well that's how it is. And kind of just going through the motions, maybe taking some of it for granted. Now you're able to be in the moment with it and really take in the energy of that moment. And when we can do that in the spiritual space, we can, maybe that's where the renewal is coming in again. It's a different kind of renewal. We can feel renewed. It can help us to adjust our perspective. It can help us to feel a little more cleansed. Sometimes it helps us to release certain things that we've been holding on to. Yeah, there's a lot that can happen in that space, but that's what I'm feeling on that first set. With the Queen of Cups and the Magician, I'm just hearing this like, you can do anything. The Queen of Cups can be quite magical because she is this very motherly, compassionate, helpful person. She is very centered in her emotions, and she's able to share that with others. That kind of, I want to say, like rock solidness within the emotions, that understanding of emotions. And the way that she shares that best is perhaps through that community, but certainly with connection, being able to, sometimes it's give advice or just being present. Sometimes it's just being present with the people that you care about, and not just by supporting them, but also by allowing them to support you. The Queen of Cups understands that there is that give and take within the emotional realm that provides the balance for a healthy emotional world. And I'm not talking about like Earth, the world. I'm talking about your inner world. And the Magician signifies that this is a manifestation of everything that you've been working on, all that growth that you have been putting your energy towards for so long. You are kind of finding that pinnacle. I'm kind of drawn to the intuition that the Queen of Cups has. And I guess it's kind of pulling me more towards other people in your circle. So maybe this might be really specific just for a couple of you or one person, but it feels like there's someone that's been on your mind a lot, on your heart, and you don't talk a lot. I don't know if that's just a recent thing or maybe you just have never been super close, but you have this feeling that you need to reach out to them. And being in this energy here, I want you to know that you can trust that feeling. The worst thing that they're going to say is, no, I'm good. They might think you're a little weird for trusting in gut feelings because some people just aren't used to that. But I don't think you're wrong here. And there's nothing that you have to lose by reaching out and saying, hey, I just had this feeling. Or even just, hey, how are you doing? That's a really good place to start for anyone, right? So yeah, I mean, beautiful energy. You're in a really great spot. Maybe that person needs you. Let's see about an advice card real quick. I'm pulling from this Oracle deck. Maybe one of you knows by the back design what the deck is. Of course, I'll show you the card that I pull too, but I've been trying to figure out which deck it is because I'd like to get the full-size version. When I very, very first started reading tarot, I bought this deck and it's a smaller version. I don't know. But it has been very helpful. And I'd like to buy the bigger one. It's just the bigger cards are nicer on my hands. When I lean toward love, I am led. Yes, yes, that is Queen of Cups right there. Allow yourself to be led in love. Whether that's love for yourself when you've been doing all this growth work, or love for the others around you, where you get those feelings in your gut, in your heart, in your mind, and you know that they could use a little extra love. They could use the reaching out, or even just a hug. If you do see that person in your day-to-day and they've just been really strong on your mind, you know maybe they've been struggling, just give them an extra hug or an extra 5 minutes to just listen to what's going on in their life. We can show love in a lot of ways, and I think our world tends to forget that. We say love and people think romance, and that's a very small fraction of the whole of what love is. So I hope that there was at least one nugget of help in here. That is the basic reading here on YouTube. We're going to head over to Patreon and do an extended on this. Curious to see what comes up, because this was all kind of sunshine and rainbows. So let's see what the issue is in this situation that you're going through right now, okay? And we'll hopefully shed a little more light. Regardless if I see you over there or not, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you, and I look forward to reading for you again soon. I love you lots. Bye.